So now we're going to do antiderivatives, but we're going to need to do it twice. Because when you integrate this function, right now it's the second derivative. So if you integrate it, it'll take you back to the first derivative. Then you integrate it again, it'll take you back to the original f of x. So the first derivative will equal, now we need the antiderivative of sine. So that's going to be negative cosine. So the good thing with doing antiderivatives is you can always take the derivative of this. The derivative of cosine would be negative sine. And then this negative will cancel the negative, leaving a positive sign. The antiderivative for cosine, that's just sine. And then plus a constant. Now this part right here, that's how you find out what the c equals. So plug in x equals 0, and that the derivative will equal 1. So this side will be 1, and then plug in x is 0. And then we'll be able to solve for c. So cosine of 0, that's equal to a 1. So it's going to be negative 1. Sine of 0 is 0. And then to solve for c, just add 1 to both sides, and it turns out that c is equal to 2. So that means that the first derivative is equal to negative cosine of x plus sine of x, and then plus a 2. Okay, now we're halfway done. Now find the original function. So then find the antiderivative of each one of these. The antiderivative for negative cosine will be negative sine. And for sine, the antiderivative is negative cosine. For the 2, its antiderivative is 2x. And then plus another constant. Since I already used c, I really should use a different letter, so I'll use k for this one's constant. And then plug in that x equals 0 and the y value or the function value will equal 2. So put a 2 on this side and then substitute 0. For all of those x's. Sine of 0 is 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. That is just going to be 0, and then there's still the plus k. And then finally, just add 1 to both sides, and it turns out that k is equal to 3. Or 3 for all of my French friends out there. So finally, the answer is going to be this whole thing right here, but then this k is equal to a 3. So the final answer, negative sine of x minus cosine of x plus a 2x, and then replace k with a 3.